Hey everybody, Dan here for Comic Frontline, and it is time for another comic book haul. All right, well, as we know, I've been getting kind of like a monthly shipment, so it's going to be a good amount. Um, let's start off with the Independents because I love and you love the Independents. Gotta throw some love their way, and we are starting off with Zombies versus Cheerleaders. All right. 2015 Halloween special. Halloween has passed as of this recording, but it has to be noted. Bill Mouse cover. Some Bill Mouse pages in this. This becomes my top pick out of all this stuff I'm going to go through. My top pick because I love Bill Mouse's artwork. And as you know, I've published some of Bill Mouse's artwork. Argo Comics, Sorority of Power. The next issue is going to be published with Bill's artwork. So, as I said, this book, highly recommended. All right, we go into Gold Digger, which is always recommended. Fred Perry does amazing work. It's American manga, they call it. Been with this book since the beginning, I believe, and because I do have all the issues. Number 225. Okay? You don't know about it. You better know about it because, or you should get to know about it because the book doesn't make it that long without having something behind it. All right. And talking about Halloween specials, Gold Digger had a Halloween special as well. Okay, so again, anything Gold Digger related, I am picking up. And talk about indies that I always pick up. Tarot. What number is this? Number 94. On the way to 100. Jim Balent, formerly of Catwoman fame, does this comic about witches, magic, sordid goodness. It's a mature reader, so it's recommended for those of a proper age to enjoy such things. But again, highly recommended. Speaking of such things, I believe this is mature reader as well, and it is Web Witch #1 from Matt Martin, an excellent artist, one of the top at his craft. Seeing which company, Vintage Vision is now the company. This used to be a title through Avatar. Avatar had some great titles, including titles from Bill Mouse when he was publishing Near X through them. Web Witch, you have some Tim Vigil artwork in here as well. Matt Martin, I mean, really top-notch stuff. All right, some people might have seen my videos. I was at New York Comic Con, but besides being at New York Comic Con, I did not see this New York Comic Con exclusive, so I had to actually mail away to get it. Super Mansion, and I'm just getting it purely for this amazing Rob Liefeld cover. Well, technical difficulty there. All right, but as I said, getting this for this amazing Rob Liefeld cover. I've yet to crack it open to see what the inside's about. Cover for me, worth the price of admission. Chatted with Rob at New York Comic Con. Nicer guy you will not meet. All right, Howling Commandos, Shield #1. I just wanted to see what this was about. I did flip through it. A little underwhelmed on the artwork inside. But, I'd already ordered it to check it out. Really, Marvel and DC are pretty much just trade paperbacks for me, as you're going to see very soon. So, I'll give it a read maybe when I get around to it. It's not going at the top of the reading list. But what is at the top of the reading list? Jupiter Circle. Okay, Mark Millar, or Miller, depending on who you ask. think there's still Frank White. No, it is not Frank Whiteley art. That's right. Jay Torres. We got up top there. I really, really, really enjoyed Jupiter's Legacy, which was the first run of this title. And I was interested in what happens in Jupiter Circle. From the cover, it looks like it might be a flashback. It was a fantastic story. It was phenomenal art. I will tell you, it's going to be hard to measure up to Quietly. And yeah, for my taste, this doesn't quite do that. But still, something I will look forward to reading. All right. Wonder Woman 77 Special number 2. Okay, that's actually not really a trade. It's kind of meaty book there, but always enjoyed the Linda Carter Wonder Woman show, and here's a TV centered or based comic to go with that. All right, I have the first 2 trades. I think there's a third trade. Yep, so 3 right up there. Mercy Sparks. Okay, I've been impressed with the artwork throughout this series. I'm flipping through it. I'm impressed again. So, who is this? Let me just see here. Oh, it looked a little bit like Rick Mays, but it's not. Whose work I really enjoy. At any rate, yeah, it's been very interesting stuff in the first 2 trades. So that led me to getting trade number 3. All right. Again, another book that I knew I was just going to wait for the trade, as I'm doing for most things. Star Wars, the first trade. I'm not sure, again, I've been away from the single issues a little bit now, so I'm not sure exactly when this comic takes place in the movie continuity. Of course, everyone's very jazzed up about the movie, as am I, and I'll be interested to see what that comic had going for it. I know people were liking the John Cassaday art. I know he's already off the book, but yeah, I look forward to seeing what it's all about. Here's another Wonder Woman. This is a Sensation Comics. I started buying these in issues, and then when I decided to go purely trades, I'm not sure what issue that was. I may even have some crossover here, but I know the later issues in this collection I do not have. All right. This was an indie style book that I saw solicited. Well, it's actually Image Comics, so half indie. Secret Identities. So I'll get a closer look at the illustration there. I'm big on indie superheroes, so this looked right up my alley. Looking at the artwork, I will say that it does look very good. And I'm sure I read the solicit, what the story was about, and it kind of grabbed my attention. And I will look forward to reading this as well. See if I can find. Oh, here we go. Story by Brian Joines. Story edits by Jay Ferber. Art by Elias Kriazis. Sorry if I'm butchering these names. Colors Charlie Kerfman. Colors also by Ron Riley. Letters by Ed Dukeshire. So, looks like a very solid offering from Image. Again, I was buying. I might have bought the first issue, but then I automatically went to trades, so I don't think I have any of this. Captain America, The Mighty Avengers. This is the second trade, so I might have to see if I'm missing anything. Okay, here we go. Let me go. I'll save this one here. Guardians Team Up. I know Art Adams did the first issue, which I did buy. I wouldn't be able to wait for that. I didn't buy any issues after that, but it does look like there was some good art. Got She-Hulk in here, teaming with Gamora. Thor Frog, I'm not that into. Like I said, at least for the initial issues, I'll be down for it, which are collected in this trade. So I picked it up. Tainted. Okay. I picked up Tainted mainly because crisscross art. Okay. Chris Cross was one of the original Milestone artists. Went on to do a famous run of Captain Marvel, or Captain Marvel, which was the Marvel equivalent with Rick Jones and Marvel and the Negabands and Marlowe. It's a great run if you haven't come across it. And, well, anyone who follows might have seen that I had Chris Cross actually do the cover for an Argo 5 issue. So that's very exciting. So, I got him to do that cover because he was one of my favorite artists. And that's usually what drives me, or drives my dollars towards someone if I'm going to self-publish a cover from them. So, as I said, so his name on this Tainted book, Tainted is published by Big City Comic Studios. So, yep, still has that great style. He's been doing some Marvel and DC stuff as of late. So I'm sure anyone who's buying their weeklies has come across his name. So very happy to see this book out by him. I'll pretty much pick up anything that he puts out. All right. This one I had been waiting for. Okay, Gem and the holograms. Sophie Campbell doing the art, which was my main draw. Had a great run on Glory from Image Comics. Now tackling Gem and the holograms. Upcoming movie coming on. I can't claim that I was a Gem and the holograms viewer or even have great interest in the property, but I have great interest in Sophie Campbell's work, so I picked it up. All right. This one I had to wait for a long time from one of my favorite artists, being that DC has a way of sometimes going straight to hardcover and making me wait for a softcover because I'm not really into hardcovers, I'll tell you the truth. I do not like them. I just prefer the softcover. So here it finally came. Earth 1 with the Teen Titans. Something I had looked forward to for a long time. Yeah, that might have to go towards the top. I mean, Dodson is just a phenomenal artist. Right up there in my top 10 favorite artists. Yep, Rachel Dodson doing the inks, his wife. This is going to be something I look forward to very much. This is more along the lines of a book. See, I'll tell you, talking about hardcovers, here we are. Hardcover. Let me see if the inside, nope. Hardcover we have of Peanuts, okay? A tribute to Charles Schulz. This is a number of indie artists doing Peanuts type strips to honor or celebrate the works of Charles Schulz. Um, long list of artists there on the back here. I will say the ones that got me particularly jazzed for this, like this, Charlie Brown, realistic Charlie Brown type of looking thing here. Um, all right, I'll tell you who got me jazzed about this. Blah, blah, blah. Evan Dorkin, creator of Milk and Cheese. Really enjoy his work. Matt Groening, of course, the creator of Simpsons. Um, I don't always seek out his comic book work. I did have some Love as Hell books with his bunny type characters way back, but be interested to see what he has to say on the subject of Peanuts. Jeff Lemire, of course, Greek creator, so interested there. Terry Moore of Strangers in Paradise and Echo and a number of other properties. Be good to see what he has going on this. Paul Pope, kind of an alternative artist, so it'll be interesting to see what he does on here. And a more mainstream type artist who I really enjoy, Ryan Sook. He does some work in this one. So I will look forward to going through that. But as I said, I don't like hardcovers. And here's something already, because you have these dust jackets on hardcovers, and I end up with a little tear in the dust jacket. Okay? No fault of the seller. It happened somewhere along the lines of me handling the book. I know, yeah, I'm no librarian. I know, oh, take care of your hardcovers. Well, sorry, but you know, it's a hectic life. All right, now, grand finale. Okay, a monster haul. And we have a monstrous item right here. I'm not going to get it in frame. I know this. Maybe I could. It's this Batmobile. It's like I didn't expect it to be quite this. Okay, now, whoops. I'm about 6'2". I'm going to say it's about the size of my arm. Crazy big. It's from the Batman animated series. I've always been a fan of the Batmobile from the TV show on, and worth noting is that the designer of that car, George Barris, passed away this week. So very sad news. Um, his Batmobile, from being a kid and seeing that on TV, that's what really started my fascination with the Batmobile, and it has continued on. I have a number of replicas of that Batmobile, but it extended beyond that. And as I said, this Batmobile is pretty heavy duty. This picture here shows lights that go on, I guess, and little animated Batman picture. All right, so for your viewing pleasure, let us bust this bad boy out. All right, let's see what it looks like. And hold on here. More than one way to skin a cat. Boom. All right. Okay, the box is, as you can see, nice graphics on it. Sometimes you want to just get rid of the box. Sometimes you want to hold on to it. All right. Clean out the plastic shell. Wow. Okay, as I said. See, a lot of people will love that it's this size. It does become a challenge to display toy items of this size. Because, we all live in limited spaces. Let's see, unless you're down south, maybe you got a barn that's just for your collection. It's a dream to one day have that type of space, but I do not at the moment. So this, and sometimes I like it when I have a number of Batmobiles that are in scale, and then I could display them together. But this, I don't believe, is in scale with any of the Batmobiles that I have. So this might need to be displayed someplace else. All right. So we got through the clamshell. Okay, I'll tell you right now, that's the clamshell right there. A little hard to get through. All right, so let's see. There's also in a plastic bag. I want to get the box out of the way. I don't want to fumble around with this thing. I see some instructions in there, probably about the batteries for the lights. I know it's supposed to be able to hold the recent 6-inch animated Batman figures. So, crazy big. Trying to hold it back so you can see it. There's a look-see at the bottom. Look-see at the top. Side view. I mean, the Batman animated series Batmobile is just very, very well designed. You still got that traditional from the TV show rocket engine in the back. Got the rear lights there. Front lights. I don't know if this box said batteries not included or not. Let's see, I'll take a quick look for a switch. There is a switch. And we do not have lights. So that must mean we do not have batteries within. All right. Let's see if we can figure out the cockpit real quick. I don't want to break this because we just took it out of the box. Let's see. As I said, I know you're supposed to, oh wait, that's why there's this notch over here so that you can slide it open and get your figures in there. Again, I don't want to end up forcing this. Okay, can we see that? Get some light, too much light. You see the cockpit there. You can see there's a line right here so that you could slide this. That's what this slides into. And then you can lock it for when you put your figures in there. Which I doubt. I don't have those figures. Kind of doubting. You know what? In actuality, talking about displaying this, this might, there are the 6-inch Adam West figures. So I imagine that this is being built for the 6-inch animated figures. This would be in scale with that Batmobile. So you might be able to display it, which I have that Batmobile. You might be able to display it with the TV one that was built for the 6-inch figures that came out. They're 6 to 7-inch, I guess, depending on the character. So this, I have to say, very impressive Batmobile. I'll give it another angle here. Like I said, I think the coolest thing is just that rear setup is very cool. And, you know, it does have the little exhaust pipes or whatever that are in the hood in the animated show. As I said, when You get the batteries in, the lights work. So it's got a lot going for it. I will, I'm just looking to see, it's a little, trying to see how the smoothness of the, I mean, it's a matte paint, or matte plastic, I should say. So it's not glossy, which is, I think, preferable on this. Yeah, overall, I will give it a good review. If you want stars, I go 9 out of 10, I guess. So, um, that will do it for this week's haul. Keep coming back to Comic Frontline for all your comics news, reviews, and entertainment. And you can check out my own YouTube channel, Argo Comics. That's argocomics.com. See you guys next time.